GSL. My conscience is telling me.
Okay, guys, we have the last match of the night. We are going to have the 4th player going to the round of 16, which means we have 1/4 of the players in the round of 16 at that point. And it is going to be between Bomber and Classic. Now, you've been under a rock for the past year and a half or so. You'd be looking at this saying, oh, I think Bomber's probably going to make it. But, let me tell you, sir, you've come up at an inopportune time for your favorite Terran Bomber. Because Classic is deadly indeed.
Classic, he was my favorite to get out of the group in first. Maru destroying my dreams, my hopes and dreams, but Classic still, he's got a great chance here. Just straight up Bomber, you know, he dropped a game to trust. It wasn't the prettiest one. I wonder if Bomber brings out the same exact kind of strategy here against Classic. Classic was watching that. I'm sure he was kind of laughing in his head saying, if he does that to me, he's just going to get smashed.
I tell you, yeah, Classic's defense is on another level from Trust, so I think Bomber's going to have to mix it up a little bit more than what we saw before. But we'll see. We'll see. Terraform, Echo, and Vani Research Station. I mean, it's doable. Bomber could do it. If he plays like his absolute best games, he could do it.
Maybe. We'll have to see. He's going to have to play the games of his life, Artosis.
Indeed.
HOT6 GSL 시즌 3.
All right, in the bottom right, the favorite for this match, the dual champion, he is
SK텔레콤 T1 클래식.
And up in the top left, in the blue, Terran player.
스베누 바머.
The old Terran.
indeed. These are like some really fancy signs.
Is that a heart with HK in the middle for Classic? What exactly is that referring to?
I don't know. I don't have enough time.
Hyung Young, the interviewer girl over at SPO.
Oh.
That makes a lot of sense. I thought it was like Hong Kong. I'm like, what? Why?
Hong Kong loves him.
I mean, I love Hong Kong, but
I do too.
kind of random for Classic.
Great place.
Like, it's kind of close to Shenzhen, but I don't know.
Well, here we are. Here we are, Valdez.
How far we've come.
How far we have come, indeed.
Probe coming out pretty early for the scout here. Against Bomber, just wants to make sure, wants to know exactly what he's doing. Wants to be safe.
And just checking, you can see quite easily that that is, in fact, a 1 Rax Reaper opening, which almost every time is into an expand. So he's got to get his probe out of there and either hide it or bring it home, because the Reaper can track it down just so quickly. It's like a bloodhound for probes.
Yeah, this probe actually did a little dance in the middle of the map.
Ah, it looks like he wants to hide it. Oftentimes, though, it's smart to hide in plain sight against Reapers on like really played maps. Like, it's funny, there's like a rotation of where to hide with your probe because they figure out all the good hiding spots, and then you go somewhere dumb that they skip to check the good hiding spots.
You think Bomber's actually going to go in there? I think...
Where it is, it doesn't look like it. It looks like he's just trying to prevent the scout maybe right now.
This is very nice from Bomber. You see this from time to time. Classic still hasn't committed to the scout. He's making a pylon. Maybe this is going to be like a Stargate after the Nexus. Just at a weird timing.
This is weird, yeah. And the fact that it's against a Reaper, too. Like, I'm a little bit confused about it, but I think he's kind of nailed the nail on the head. with the fact that Bomber doesn't really scout. Like, this has always been something that Bomber's kind of weird about, is that he scouts less than a lot of Terrans, so he gets caught off guard sometimes. But yeah, I mean, this is a Reaper opening. He literally, like, didn't scout. He just sat in front of his natural for a long time. He was probably waiting for a probe to sneak its way in, which is super common. But finally going across.
It's going to come back to bite him. If he gets into the main and he sees absolutely nothing, that may, you know, tip him off a bit. But not microing it, not sending it into the main.
I mean, he only saw Nexus. He can... I mean, you expect there to already be a stock route as well, so maybe he's like, well, if I jump up, I just die anyways, so I won't.
He's going to go around the edge here, but the Oracle's going to be out in time. Like,
yeah.
It's going to be in the base before he gets over there.
Jeez Louise. He could be in a lot of trouble from this.
It's just the timing of it, how close it is, because it's proxied. It's going to get in there very fast.
He's not expecting it. Oh man, the Reaper is just going to miss it actually coming out too, which makes it even more painful in a way.
Nothing is going right here for Bomber in this game.
No, certainly not.
Here we go.
Okay,
coming straight into the main.
This very well could be very bad. Let's see how good his micro is here. We do have 4 Marines waiting for him.
Oh, he can't fight that.
No. Okay, that went Bomber's way, I would say.
Yeah, Classic smirking, kind of embarrassed by that play. He knows he messed up.
Yeah. Well, Bomber was pretty clever there, actually, because he didn't have enough Marines to actually kill off that Oracle. If the Oracle went straight for the Marines, it would have been fine, but he was hiding them behind the radar dish.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that with Widow Mines a lot. You don't see it with Marines so often, but it kind of hid their numbers, and like Classic got a little bit confused, and then he actually engaged him, and that was wrong, and it died. So he has a second one now.
He's using the orbital, just flying around it.
Yeah, some pretty fancy micro. You definitely see a difference here in the micro of this Oracle and Trusts from before.
So fluid, you know, just dodging in and out. Never just sitting still. Attacking an orbital.
Yeah, Oracle harassment, you kind of have to be like Bruce Lee. You have to be like water and like fit to the shape of the Terran base.
Yeah.
If he Widow Mines, you run. If he only 2 Marines, you run in. If he 5 Marines, you run out. You know?
Yeah, very simple.
Well, we do have a big move out here from Bomber. Can at minimum force a Nexus cannon. Of course, with a couple sentries, he should be all right against this, but this is the type of thing that, you know, to be honest, actually, he has Stim. He's going to do a lot of damage with this. He's going to sacrifice all these units, I think. We're going to...
It's a very big choke. Oh, and just barely going down.
Yeah, he's going to Stim in here. Let's see. He's going to force field between the gases, no doubt. Oh, wow, he's trying to go for the Nexus? Okay, there you go. Because he actually should be trying to kill off units and then probes, I would say.
Ooh, nice time warp there. Buying Classic a lot of time. It's going to be hard to stim. Very low units here from the Terran. Gets the Mothership Core.
Pretty fantastic micro from Classic, and pretty fantastic read to have warped in that many Zealots by then. Really impressed. That's a type of move that kills a lot of weaker Protosses for sure. Or not kills, but like maims them.
Yeah. Does significant economic damage.
Yeah.
Gets into the mineral line. But Classic, I think he lost like 1 probe, maybe 0.
Yeah, his economy is solid here, and you know he lost like his Mothership Core and some Zealots. Who cares? For all those units. And you got to remember that the tech is late and the upgrades are late for Bomber because he wanted to make that many units to do that attack. And since that attack didn't do anything, it's like, well, I guess you're in trouble, right?
Yeah. And I like the way that Classic is playing for the map. He's not going very quickly into a 3rd base or anything like that. He's just getting double upgrades and is going to eventually get Colossi out here.
Yeah, that was pretty cool to get the double forge this early. Not too popular right now in the matchup. It's hard to hold on with double forge right now, but he's made it work this game for sure.
Yeah, if you can control your army like that, anything is possible.
No, that's true.
Well, looks like the probe is setting up for a Nexus now. Bomber also getting his own CC.
Okay. It's pretty similar on those timings.
Oracle still hanging around, just going to scout the main base.
And I do want to say that if Bomber gets really aggressive, I think that would be the best thing that could happen for him right now, basically. Because, of course, we do have, with his third base coming up and kind of the fact that he's gone 2 forges, he's instantly going into 2-2. His army's a little bit weak right now. So, like, some really powerful moves with 4 medevacs, I think, like, he could definitely find some damage.
We'll find the Stargate, take that out. The scouting Marine doesn't get up the ramp, doesn't know if the third base is making, but he sees the army there. It's kind of suspicious to be defending from that angle. Remember that game on Iron Fortress where someone placed their army at the ramp of the third base but didn't actually have a third base and went for a timing with Colossi? It was me and you casting that one.
Oh.
I think it was Code A.
Okay. It doesn't pop into my head, but that's a really smart move to do something like that, because a lot of time the intel you get is just like, oh, his army's here, this means this. And it's true, it means that like 99.9% of the time. And so, of course, Bomber should be playing as if there's an expansion there, and there is. You know what, I think Bomber has missed his timings here. This is really rough. Like, this is kind of what I foresee, right? He's making 3 Vikings at a time, and this kind of points towards SCV pull, I think. But 2-2 is going to be done before he hits him with any big attack. So I feel like that's, like, when you have 2-2 when they get there,
yeah,
makes it so hard, because the warpins of Zealots and Stalkers and stuff, even after Colossus are dead, are really tough to deal with, because you only have one on your Marines and Marauders.
Well, he's going to go for some aggression, at least pressure the third base. Here come the SCVs.
Yeah.
And by the way, no ghosts, just straight up Vikings with bio. 2-2 going to finish way ahead. Rocks are down to buy Classic a bit more time.
All right, let's see here. Classic right now with 3 Colossus. His 2-2 has finished. His charge not quite done. That's important. All right, he sees him coming through. Positional advantage to Bomber at the moment. That is a huge amount of units. That is such a big army.
Yep.
He's leading, not with the SCVs. Okay, pulls back a little bit. SCV's got to go in first. All right, he's leading right into here. Let's see it. The Vikings going up to actually kill off these Colossus right now. Good time warp goes down.
Yeah, really nice time warp. And the Stalker's getting a fantastic position on the Vikings. Still a lot of bio remains.
He's targeting down actually a hallucinated Colossus there. Yep. So 2 of the Colossus remain, and that is a game-ending mistake, really.
Not sure where the probes went there. I guess some damage going down. But regardless, I mean, the push is held, and he's still got 2-2 against the 1-1 Bomber.
Yeah, it's pretty tough, but Bomber going to continue to try to push forward here. He still has that Immortal firing hard, and that is it. GG. Yeah, it's the timing was missed there. I think that it was like a kind of a misread of what was going on build order wise, because he didn't scout till like really late. The earliness of those 2 forges truly is what got Bomber there, I think.
Yeah,
I mean, 2-2 versus 1-1.
It's one way to fight against that kind of style without Storm, is getting those 2-2 upgrades out.
Yeah.
Especially with that kind of failed pressure that Bomber did early on in the game, that it just really got shut down by Classic's Micro. He got no economic damage done. His entire army that he was pushing with died, and even the slightly earlier third base for Classic, everything was just going slightly better for Classic in that game, and he held it with flying colors.
Indeed.
I'm very surprised that we don't see, Terrans, like Bomber specifically, dropping more on this map. Like, the main can be pretty open. Yeah,
that's why I was saying at the 4 medevac mark, I think that he should have been like pressuring a little bit heavier. The thing is, I think he was like caught off guard, because first off, his stim attack did the least damage I've ever seen. Especially against something like an Oracle opening. I'm like, what? I never can hold anything this well. I'm not even close. It's really tough. Normally that does better than just kill some Zealots and a probe. But yeah, maybe that threw him off and he just decided to go all in. I think that's a good bet for sure. As to the thought process is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But the ultimate greed of Classic on those double forges, so big there.
Also, just to slightly counter my statement from before, a lot of Terrans, when they do go for this kind of build, they don't want to lose a lot of units. So they kind of just build them up, not really drop, get a critical mass, and then go for the push. But Classic was just too ready at that time.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, guys, game 2, Classic versus Bomber. If Bomber doesn't win here, down to Code A with them. Our oldest player will be eliminated. Classic, of course, the favorite of the match, someone who very well could win this entire season. Feeling good, feeling confident right now. Going into map number 2, it's going to be Echo. See if Bomber has what it takes to take him out.
This is the one map Classic was able to defeat Maru on. I'm sure he's very confident on it. Bomber plays a slightly different style, but let's see if Classic can take it away.
HOT6 GSL 시즌 3.
Down here in the bottom right, in the red, Protoss player up a game. He is
SK텔레콤 T1 클래식.
Uh-oh.
doing a proxy.
And his opponent being proxied. The oldest player in Code S.
스베누 파머.
Oh, maybe it's just a gas steal? No.
No. I think gas steal against Bomber, he laughed.
He'd be like,
he
okay, whatever.
He's like, whoa, I was going one barracks expander CC first anyways.
It's just that you don't see this kind of in-base proxy really ever anymore.
No, against Terran? So rare.
This is Classic saying, like, I just want to kill this guy. Like, I want to get a 2-0 very quickly. Let's go home, you know?
Yeah. So close.
Ugh.
Well, it's one gateway only, so I guess he just won't be able to see it.
Yeah, he's just keeping the Brove over there, just not to give it away.
Yeah. I mean, this is... Obviously, he had this plan beforehand. I think probably...
Do you think he did? Really?
Yeah, I do. I think probably he's like, all right... If you look into Bomber's early game, it's normally quite greedy against all races. He really likes early command centers and stuff, and he knew that maybe that this map would have already been watched against Maru. So yeah, I mean, I think this was definitely in his mind as definitely a possibility against Bomber here. And oh man, he's going to scout him immediately with this. And Reaper can kite for days on Zealots, but it takes a long time to kill Zealots. So,
and the follow-up will be a Cybernetics core. So he's going to go into his Stalker behind this. Eventually.
Yeah, this game could get really, really funny. Like,
still hasn't got it. It's like
we
the
could
last
have,
Hex.
Wouldn't be surprised if this game ends with a Reaper over in his opponent's base, and SCV's trying to surround a Stalker.
Well, there it is.
Oh, man.
Well, he's going to have the Reaper back here to help against the 2 Zealots, but he cannot lose the Reaper.
No, if he loses it to Zealots here, that's really bad.
It's getting really low, man. It's hard to micro both your SCVs and the Reaper.
Yeah. I would say, like, the SCVs are more important. It's better to just right-click the Reaper far away, let it heal up a little bit.
Third Zealot is out, and a Stalker on the way. He's going to deny the bunker.
Okay, his economy's really falling apart right now, unfortunately. Oh, my God.
The second Reaper is out here, but once the Stalker pops, and he's already done so much damage.
Now, this is why I'm saying I think that these Reapers have to go across the map. I think that this obviously doesn't work.
The bunker.
I think the bunker doesn't do anything much either, right? Like,
well, I don't know if he can really go all the way across the map.
Yeah, well, if he had enough SCVs, maybe he could surround it, but yeah, I don't know. This is a little bit tough. He's lost a lot, guys.
Well, with the Marine out here, he's gonna kill the pylon before anything can get out. No more Stalkers, no more nothing. He's just gonna go home, but he's done pretty critical damage.
Gonna try to take out this Stalker. Oh no, you can't lose that. Oh, that's oh, you can't lose that. Oh, he's got to be kicking himself right now.
Well, he is going to kill the other stalker, but you are right. You can't lose that.
Yeah, the difference between 1 and 2 is just so, like, with 2 you can actually harass against the mothership core a little bit.
He lost it to the mothership core too. Out in the outside the base. He didn't even get like a scout. I mean, he can't assume what's going on, but he shouldn't have lost that.
Yeah. It's really rough. Like, things have gone very wrong for Bomber in this game already, unfortunately. He's at 14 SCVs against 23 probes. We have a Stargate on the way against 1 barracks with 2 Marines out. The Oracle could be a finishing blow. He has to straight predict the Oracle is coming. I think that's the only way.
Yeah, he is making an engineering bay, so maybe he is already on that path of thinking, that line of thinking.
It makes sense, right? That would be the easiest way to finish your opponent off in a way that even if your opponent blocked it, you wouldn't be behind.
Yeah. By the way, he didn't even get a scout on the Nexus coming down.
Oh man, what a tough game for Bomber.
Yeah.
I mean, a well-chosen build by Classic. He did a lot of damage with it. Really taxed the multitasking of Bomber there. Even getting some damage with this mothership core. Lost mining time, damage on SCVs. Those SCVs are 1 hit for an Oracle now.
Just trying to fight here.
Softening things up again.
Ooh, almost gets that 1 Marine. And 1 missile turret will be going down in the natural. But Oracle about to pop here.
None in the main.
It's funny, by killing that gateway, he's actually going to show the position and the amount of Marines that he has.
That's a good point. 5 Marines. If he sends a mothership core in there, then the Oracle actually kills them all. Yeah, it's just 5.
There's 1 in the bunker. Oracle going to come in here with the natural.
Ooh, bad move with the Oracle.
Oh!
Wow.
Yeah, that's... Well,
Classic in shock with himself there. Things starting to go right for Bomber.
This is like the game of stuff that shouldn't have happened. And second Oracle going to come in here with the mothership core. Oh, the turret's not yet done.
Oh, jeez. Oh. That would have been a 6 snipe on the injured SCV building it, but no. Wasn't meant to be.
Oh, look at this super fast third base.
You know what? That's a great assessment of where this game's at, because this isn't like you could, like, Trust did something like this where he made multiple Oracles and then expanded, but I think that that's more of like a reaction being like, okay, Bomber's in this weird spot. He's not out of it, but he can't stop this.
Yeah, and notice that the Oracle hangs around the front, denying any SCVs from getting out, but the Marines will push it away, but still not going for that scout. He scanned the natural and saw both gases. Maybe he's like, oh, you're probably not going to get that third base this fast.
Oh, some cute micro there. Picking off a single Marine, but yeah, things are still very Classic favored, I would say. It's not to say Bomber cannot come back. He does have the 3 orbitals. His economy is getting online at this point. He's going to have to do something special, though. Seems like a pretty straight line for Protoss right here. Get your Colossus, eventually get Blink, and just kind of, you know, defend as best you can, spread your observers as best you can, and prevent damage. Whereas from Bomber, he kind of has to find that damage. So where can he find it?
I don't know. This isn't really the map to go for those drops.
Yeah, right?
Maru was even saying, you know, like, I couldn't really find any damage with my drops. The Little Mines weren't doing anything, and, you know, Echo isn't the best map for that kind of drop play. So it's kind of hard. I guess you just go for typical Bomber, pull the boys, try to kill him. But I think at this point, Classic's going to be even farther ahead than he was in the last game.
Yeah, you could be right about that. Classic getting everything that he needs. Bomber in the meantime, just continuing to up his infrastructure, getting his mining going. No sense for him to be afraid of anything right now, taking that third as quickly as he can. More gateways being added by Classic.
Yeah, 5 more. He's got a booming economy. 67 probes, 3 bases, got that third base nice and quick. And even going for Templar Archives now.
Oh, the timing of that Templar Archives screams like that's when you get it. If you want to really crush an SCV pull, you get it like before the third Colossus starts to try to have Storm done no matter what by the time they get there.
This is the timing. He had one Colossus, with the second one only just barely started when he made that. Oh, his barracks never finished. There you go.
Well, what do you think is the answer here for Bomber? Like, what is he supposed to do right now to come back? Like, just hope that Classic makes a mistake? I don't know where he can punch and do damage. Like, right now, look at the observers. He's got one above his third. He's got one to the left of his natural. He's got some good spread around the map with various pylons and observers.
Yeah.
His Oracle continues to swoop in. His army's placed pretty well. Like, it's Fort Knox over there.
Yeah, it's part of the reason why also this map is so strong for mech, because you can really set up and even get that fourth base as mech specifically very nicely. It's just, you can get a very nice defensive position on this map as any race, really.
He's like Norton antivirus over there. Don't even know how to get him off your PC.
Up. Yeah. You can't stop it.
No, you can't stop it. It comes pre-installed. What are you supposed to do? It asks you every day. Your firewall needs to be turned on with this thing.
Yeah, Classic's just sitting back, sitting pretty. He's like, yeah, I'll just sit here, max out, and kill you. I wonder if Bomber could have just like made 2 extra orbitals or something weird and like said, okay, I am behind, I'm just going to defend as the Terran and just try to go late game, try to outplay him in the late game.
Yeah.
Because
like,
it's just a strong position right now for Classic that I just don't know if Bomber can really do much.
Yeah, the fact that he's like hitting a max before Bomber 2 makes it even scarier. He's adding 2 more starports. So that's actually really interesting. So you normally only see 1 added, but he's like, all right, we're going to really get those Vikings out.
Maybe that's Bomber's version. He's just saying, I'm going to get like 20 Vikings out, and that's how I'm going to kill you.
Hey, you know what? Something like that can work. Size Storms can defend for a very long time, but Colossus are forever until they die. Right?
Yeah.
You run out of energy, Colossus can only be killed.
No ghosts in this composition, keep in mind. High Templar free reign.
Not the best Size Storms so far. Just
almost sniping that one High Templar.
Yeah. Yeah, no sniping, but not too impactful there. Lots of command centers on the way. You know what? Maybe he's going for what you're talking about, like just kind of slow this game down a little bit. Yeah, he's starting planetaries and stuff, so he's like, all right, let me see if I can defend for a while, but this is going to be taken out, unfortunately. Can't stop that from dying.
I think maybe it just had to be a bit earlier that he went for it. Try to get greedy. It would be something that Classic wouldn't expect.
True, yeah. No Terran ever does that, because they're like, well, Protoss just walk over and kill me, but Classic is pretty turtley, so maybe not.
Well, Classic has hit his max. He's looking to add more and more gateways, more tech, Dark Shrine, and just putting on the pressure.
A huge arc being made here by Bomber, but like Classic is looking for the arc specifically. He's like, okay, are you making a big arc? Let's stop. Oh my god, huge Size Storms on these Vikings. Oh my god, everything's being shredded.
The Vikings are almost all dead. Lots of Colossi left over, but again, a really nice concave. He's trying his best.
Yeah, and the left side is actually winning.
Left side is winning.
He's got to pull the top side up because he actually needs more units altogether to do this. All right, Brain War. He didn't. Bispy's just coming now. It's like a little bit late. That's pretty much it. Bomber almost held that, to be honest. Like,
yeah, just too much here for Classic.
Yeah, that was actually pretty close to a hold, though. I'm pretty impressed with how well he did during that. I didn't think it would look that good.
Maybe if he had his SCVs from the beginning.
Yeah, that and like a few more Marauders up top, maybe.
Yeah, or better micro there, you know? Like, Maru will always do that. If he makes a concave, he pulls back the second he's losing 1/2 of the fight.
Yeah, if you only keep the half of the fight that you're winning going, that's like a great way to do it. You're right. I did have that thought go through my head that Maru might have won that fight.
Because just like what happened there, once he started to pull back, the Colossi were kind of exposed to the left flank, which Bomber was winning. And he almost got a position on them. He killed one of them, but at that point he had lost too much.
And then he has some move command, like that part of the top part of his army towards the left, or run from the left, which is bad against Marauders. So, yeah, definitely he could have controlled a bit better. And then he kind of suicided SCVs there at the end, and they didn't do anything, so that hurts too.
Well, this is the follow-up swing, the 1-2 punch from Classic.
The second wave.
This time he's got Ghost, but barely anything to support it. Pulling the STVs again. All the Colossi go down, but he's got a lot of Storms and even Archons.
And lots of Storms all over the place. You know, some good micro here from Bomber, but not enough. GG, and Bomber, unfortunately, eliminated from a very tough group here tonight. Classic, of course, goes up with Maru to the round of 16. No big surprise here.
I think if you're anyone, not just Bomber or Trust, if you're anyone and you see that you have, you know, there's only 2 people that get out of the group, and you have Maru and Classic in your group, 2 players like this, you're like, well, I'm going to do my best to show good games for the fans.
Yeah, I mean, if you make a short list of 8 players to win, they're both absolutely in it. You cannot deny that. In fact, I think the short list could be even short. If you're really on the ball about who's on top of StarCraft, then you make a list of like 5 and you might get them both on.
Yeah, both Maru and Classic belong on that list.
So, I mean, that's pretty tough in the round of 32 to have them both in the same group, which is why their match was like so nice and so tight.
But this is what you get in GSL SSL. It's the strongest StarCraft in the world, and it's just inevitable that this kind of group is going to form. A lot of the other groups are very strong too.
Yeah, I think that actually this time definitely we have like the most balanced round of 32 we've had in a very long time. A lot of people were saying this might be the group of death. No, those people were wrong. Life's group is the group of death. But
is that the one with like SOS and
yeah, as beyond SOS?
No.
Life and oh my god, my brain is shutting off. I can't remember the 4th player.
I think we are going to see it eventually.
I'm pretty sure. Anyways, we have an interview.
Let's
do that.
Well, let's talk to Classic here. See what he has to say. Second player to advance. Group B. Congratulations.
오랜만에 코드 S 복귀하고 또 16강도 오랜만입니다.
It's been a
소감
long
어떠세요?
time since you were back in Code S.
1위로 올라가고 싶었는데 좀 성적이
He
아쉽게
wanted to advance
져서
his first place, of course.
네, 아쉽긴 했는데 그래도
We had a
2위로라도
disappointing
올라가서
series there
참 다행인 것
against
같아요.
Maru.
네, 그 조선주
But he still feels
선수와의
okay.
경기
Still
정말
feels satisfied
잘했는데 정말 잘
about at least
막으셨는데
advancing.
아쉬운 결과가 나왔어요. 어떠셨어요?
성주가 좀 새로운 패러다임을 들고 나와서
네.
좀 거신 위에 이제 지뢰가 떨어지니까
Maru
제가 당황을
kind of
해서
used a bit of a
컨트롤을
new
못
style
했던 것
against
같아요.
Protoss.
그래서 아까 성주 인터뷰 보는데
네.
처음에 잘
mines
떨궜으면 2대0이라고
on top of
했는데
the
저는 두 번째
Colossus
판에서
style.
네.
제가 컨트롤
That's what
잘했으면
Classic
2대0으로
is talking
이겼다고
about.
생각하거든요.
오.
그래서 좀
He's talking about
지고
if he
나서
had better
이제
micro
수업을 좀 생각을
in the
해봤는데
second set. He should
충분히
have
해도
advanced
찾은 것
first
같아서
place, gotten a
다음에
2-0 in that
상위
series, and
라운드에서 또
just
만나게 되면
flew out of there.
보여드리도록 하겠습니다.
네, 두
So
분이
if he
얼른 다시
hits Maru
만나셔야 될 것
once again in
같은데
this tournament, he's
자,
sure that he
조선주
can get
선수와의
revenge.
경기
It's funny, Maru
안
said
해본
he should have
거라고
2-0'd as
했다고
well. If he
하셨는데
used his minds
굉장히
better in
잘
game 1.
하셨거든요.
I guess that
그래도
means this game is skill.
그때 상대가
Funny the way
프로토스의
that
중간계가
works.
최고다 이렇게 말을 했었어요. 그 말에 대해서 어떻게
Maru mentioned
생각하세요?
that the warp prism is overpowered.
프로토스에게 이 분광기가 사기래요.
How do you feel about that comment?
관계 쓰지도 않았는데
네.
테라는 지뢰가 사기인 것
He
같고
says he didn't even use his warp prism against Maru, so he's not even sure why he mentioned that.
합법을 찾아서 다음 경기에 이기는 모습 보여드리도록 하겠습니다.
네. 자, 그러면은 오늘 경기를 얘기를
So
해보겠습니다.
he's sure
오늘
that he can
어떤
find the answer
경기가
against
가장
Maru
마음에 드세요?
in the future.
성주랑 이제 첫 경기 한 게 제가 좀 깔끔하게 맞고 이긴 것 같아서
네.
첫 경기가 좀 마음에 들어요.
네, 저는 첫 세트부터
He's
딱
most satisfied with the
김도우 선수
first set
예언자가
that he
나오지
played against
않을까
Maru.
했는데 수비적
His
운영이
defense
굉장히
was
단단하시더라고요.
He was able to defend the harassment and get the win.
지성이 형이랑 할 때도 그렇고 예언자를 좀 썼는데
네.
오늘은 좀 날이 아닌 것 같아요. 되게 자주
네.
죽어서
네.
제가 굉장히 예언자를 잘 쓴다라고 이제
The
자부심이 있었는데
most disappointing thing for himself today was his Oracle micro.
좀 아쉽고 다음에는 제대로
He's usually
보여주고
confident in
네,
that kind
근데
of micro, his
이스트에서는
Oracle micro, but it didn't work
예언과
out today.
안치고도 굉장히 완벽하던데요.
He's saying that he should do better in future
이제
matches with his
운영적인
Oracles.
모습도 근데 이제 운영적으로도 되게 자신이 있어서
네.
그냥 무난하게 운영 가면
Recently, he's
네.
getting very confident in
선수와의
long macro
테란전에서는 치즈를
matches.
굉장히 깔끔하게
So he has a
막으셨어요.
good feeling about
그거에
this
대한 준비가
tournament.
따로 있으셨던 건지 아니면 원래 자신이 있으세요?
원래 그렇게 자신이 있지 않은데 아까 이제 경기하는 거 보고 좀 업그레이드를 빨리 하고 이제 2업을 맞추면 충분히 막을 수 있겠다라고 싶어서
네.
He was watching very closely the matches that Bombers played against Protosses in the past,
생각대로 잘
so he
된
knew
것
he just had to get the
다행인 것 같아요.
김도 선수 지능적인
upgrades very
플레이가 막
quickly on
나오는 게
Terraform.
상대 성향을 이용하기도
that's part of
하시더라고요.
what led to my
상대가
win there
적절히
against
안
Bomber.
하는 스타일이다 보니까 전진 관문을 아주 과감하게.
네, 그 지성이 형 이제 경기를 봤는데
네.
첫 번째 보고골을 입구에 안 지으시더라고요. 그래서
네.
그냥 늦게 보면 이제
After
알아도
seeing Bombers matches
유리한
against
상황으로 흘러갈 수
Stress,
있어서
he knew that he
꺼내들었고
doesn't build a supply depot at the entrance
즉흥적으로
of the main.
그래도 빌드
So that's
준비하는
why
게
he went for that forward gateway.
장점인 것 같아서
Not against Trust, just Protoss in general.
앞으로도 잘 살려야
So
될 것 같아요.
that's why he added that in.
자, 오늘 사랑의 힘이 아니어도 이렇게 올라가셔서 정말 다행이에요. 괜히
네.
제가 긴장이 됐잖아요.
Even though Young's not here, and it's only
둘이는
Yuri,
또 이제
you're still able to
좋아해서
advance today.
오늘 오랜만에 보니 되게
Classic, maybe the
반갑더라고요.
only person who's not
16강
happy.
올라가서 다행이고 앞으로
Even though
자주
Young's
봤으면
not here, it's very
네,
nice to meet
정말
you.
다행이에요.
And it's been a long
김도훈 선수
time.
이번에 보니까
And
조지명
he says that he hopes to meet her
근데
in
제가
the
저번
future in the group
이제
selections,
작년에
future interviews.
우승을 하고 강탈을 해버려서 조지명식을 못 해봤어요. 이번에 하게 돼서
Last
좋고
year, after becoming a champion of the GSL,
뭐 옛날 같으면
I
되게
kinda went into a
신경 썼겠지만
slump.
이제 지금은 자신감이
so
있어서
it's going to be a long time since
크게
I've
신경 쓰지 않고
participated in
그냥
these group
재밌는
selections.
조 나왔으면
So
좋겠어요.
it's going to be very fun,
그래요? 저희 조지명식이
and I hope to
항상
make an interesting group for
전쟁인데
myself.
지난번에 MVP였던 정윤종 선수가 적극적으로 현명한 판짜기를 한 덕에 또 좋은 조를 얻게 됐고 이런 점들이 항상 중요한 요소로 작용을
Last
했거든요.
season,
방금
Rain made
말씀드릴게요.
himself a very good group.
네.
He was able to
뭐
advance.
쉽게 가면 좋을 것 같아서 뭐
네.
어차피 상위 라운드 가면 잘하는 선수 많이 만나기
He says he
때문에
wants to advance easily, so he just wants to pick the weakest players out of the round of
준비를
16.
네. 쉽게 가는 게 좋은
So I'm going to
거죠.
prepare well, do my research for the group
네, 김도
selections.
선수 지금 땀이 굉장히 많이 흘리고 계세요. 오늘 참 오랜만에
Seems
와서
like you're
힘든
sweating a lot
경기를 하신 것
right
같은데 앞으로 가고 멋지게
You've had a tough
들어보겠습니다.
night so far.
오늘
What is your
2위로
goal
16강 올라가긴
for the
했는데
future?
조금 아쉬운 모습
Even though he
보여준
made it
것
out
같아서
in just second place here,
16강에서는
He
더
feels like he showed some
준비 열심히
disappointing
해서
play
멋진 모습 보여드릴
today.
수 있도록 하겠습니다.
he's going to
Yeah.
prepare well
네, 알겠습니다. 다시 한번
for his round
축하드립니다.
of 16 matches to show good
감사합니다.
games
네.
for the fans.
자, 이렇게
Excellent.
오늘의 두 번째
Can't
16강
ever
진출자
finish an interview without that. These fans need those good games.
That's the build order.
All right, guys. Maru in first place, Classic in second. Yeah, I was thinking before you said it that Classic would win the group and Maru would get second, but then I switcherooed it when you said that. For some fun,
Yeah.
for some fun, I can't count Maru out. But anyways, the top two made it out, guys. They are the best players in this group, no doubt. Unfortunately for Bomber, doesn't make it too far this season. Trust, let's see if he gets in next time. I mean, the kid is up and coming still.
But not official, right?
Oh, he doesn't get my stamp of
Yeah.
like this is one of the next big Protoss.
Not the
No, he doesn't get
Artosis
that.
official stamp
No.
of up and comingness.
Absolutely not one of those. Very few Protosses get that. But anyways, it was a really good night. Thank you for coming down, Valdez.
Sure, I had a lot of fun.
It's been fantastic. I wish Tasteless weren't coming back on Friday, but he is. So, you know what? You can check out Valdez tomorrow on SSL, of course. On Friday, we have what is, yes, Stork was the other one. That is the group of death in the round of 32. Absolutely 100%.
Poor
That is
Stork.
the group of death by far. Not even poor Stork. He might get out of that group.
I don't know, man.
I am telling you that he might get out of that group. If you don't believe me, you guys tune in and watch that.
I'll be watching.
Yeah.
I'll be making sure that, I don't know. We'll see. We'll
And
see.
Of course, SSL tomorrow. Check that out, guys. And right now, IEM Gamescom is going on. The StarCraft never ends.
It never does.
Go watch it. Tell Moongi we said hi. See you guys later.